promised a little video on these induction LED ball lights, so here we go with this. This is Norm from Adam Savage Tested. He introduced these things to me. They're just a copper wire with small LED bulbs, and that's where I first saw the video of these things. So much like your charger for your phone, it's got an induction coil of copper there, and the lights sit in, and so it'll charge them up. I get them for about 14 bucks off of Amazon. The cheapest you can get them other places too. 10 bulbs on this thing. You have to have a power source, which was the hardest part. I finally found my Beats plugger for my headphones worked. So here's my Beats plugger in, and we're charging these up: green, red, blue, white, and yellow, I believe. Yes. And so we're just kind of going to lift this thing up here and see how much we can get. We'll get about, a couple of inches maybe ish, and things start to bail out. I'll do this a little more accurately in a sec, but you can see the lights. You got to be pretty close to this loop for things, and green is definitely the brightest. I'm going to do a couple other changes of the test and have a ruler in here in a second. Can you see how I'm coming away from that? So yeah, utility when we get away from that. So here we are. We've got a little metric ruler. We're about a centimeter. Everybody's firing. We get over a centimeter, it's just green. Yeah, just green. Come back down and everything will light back up. Come back down. And yes, stronger inside the ring than outside the ring. So that's interesting too. And each one of those squares is a centimeter on my mat there too. So I'm going to move them away. And it starts to bail out at about a centimeter, right, away from the ring. Get the ruler down here and do it a little bit more accurately. Right? It's pretty much dead, a centimeter and a half, barely going on there. And then definitely dead at 2 centimeters. Got to read, right? And here we go. And then back on. Oh, try the red one. Move around my camera. Red one's dead at a centimeter, basically, even less. Green one should go a little bit longer, I think. No, I'm wrong. Fuzzed out right away. Crazy, hey? So the utility of this is you got to be pretty close to this ring for things to work. I was hoping to use it in a diorama, but that means I'm not going to have any light as I get even just a centimeter away. Now, with a different power source, that might be a factor. This is a pretty low power source, I'm imagining. I've heard other people get a couple inches away, but even then, that's not really that great. Very cool to be able to plop these into little spots and eyeballs and do that kind of thing. That'd be neat. Tail lights and stuff, right? That would be very cool. I think that might work for a car, but again, you're going to have a powerful enough source to light those things. So, the utility of not having a whole bunch of wires is awesome. Like, who wants to deal with a whole bunch of screwed up wires all over the place? So that was like, yahoo, awesome. This is going to be great. No wires, it'll work just perfectly, and we won't have to have wires going through the diorama and all over the place. Just have a base, lights, and then I'm like, I don't know if that's going to fly, though, really. And how the heck am I going to make it any more than a couple of inches away? The dioramas are way bigger than that, so then there's just basically no pleasing you, Scott.